Блять!
Nice beginning. Huh? Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. So you're telling me, lucky one, I want to sleep well. You know what I'm doing? I'm sitting in my phone like 2 a.m. I don't care. I'm playing the games. I'm click. I'm watching the Instagram, scrolling. 0 messages. Nothing is coming through me. Did you subscribe to the channel? Let me before you tell me like, oh no, you have to put your phone down. You have to fall asleep before it's 12 o'clock. No, just tell me, are you subscribed to the channel? No?
That's the fucking problem.
Just subscribe to the channel and you're going to sleep well. Hey, how are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. This is Lucky One over here. Now, today we're going to talk about something quite serious. I wanted to review the memes, but it's going to be after. Just bear with me for 4 or 5 minutes. So, the information from Russia, of course. I'm discussing the war every time I can because, why? First of all, because it's Ukraine. Second thing, because it's interesting. So what's happening in the BBC News every time, like here's the article, everything that I'm reading is basically, oh, the anti-war protests in Russia, people are being beaten. It's not anti-war. They're not against raping. They're not against war with Ukraine. They're not against that. They are against being drafted to war. Because as of right now, there's a regular army, the people who are going to war, and there's a reserve. The people who are not ready to fight, but in case they will have to, they will go for it. Now, this is what they're fighting for. All of you have to understand that people were raped and killed. Nobody gave a shit. But now, oh, you know what? 2 of my sons are the age of like 22 or 25 years old, and they are at the age where they can be drafted, and that's why I don't want that to be done. Fuck you. How about that? Now, let's go to the news. What is happening right there? So I just want you to attract your attention to the fact that the ОМОН, which basically they're not regular police officers, they're like spetsnaz. Yeah, everything you gotta do in this situation is just call for the ambulance, which they're clearly not doing. I like the fact that the guy's just smiling. Obviously, finally, people are opening their eyes. You know how taxes work, right? Everyone knows how taxes work. So we, as people, like if I would be living there, I'm paying the salary for this guy. Like I'm not paying them the full salary, but I'm paying like a small bit. And they're beating me. They're supposed to protect me from anything coming outside, but they're beating me for the protest. I don't have anything on me. There's no gun. There's no baton. What's the name of it? Like I am not causing any damage to you. Why the fuck are you beating me? And this is, look at this. Против mobilization. We're against being drafted to war. We're against starting the being drafted, basically. Yeah, and this is like the very mild thing that's happening. Like if we're gonna check this out, for example, like look at what's happening over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 people, and they're trying to. You see, they're beating the guy up. Why? Why would you do this? First of all, the guy doesn't have any guns. Second thing, he's just saying that he's against mobilization, which means I'm against of being drafted to war because I don't want to die for Putin. But just for you to understand, now I'm from Ukraine, everything is obvious for me. Now, for you, maybe it's not obvious. This is how the protest should look like. Right now, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures. Here they are. So these are the pictures from the protests from Ukraine, right? So we started very peacefully, but then when our voice hasn't been heard, we're like, okay, well, if the peace cannot do it, then this is what's going to happen. Because we were actually against that. And this is the protests in Ukraine. And this actually fucking works. And we know it. Many people died, that's true. Many people are injured, that's also true. Did we change something? Yes. Yes, we had a new president, Vladimir Zelensky. Now he's the president of the country that everyone loves. Not only Ukrainians, everyone in the world knows who Zelensky is, and everyone loves him, right? We changed something. And if you want to know more of the history, why did this happen, just let me know in the comments. We're going to talk about that. But still, this is the protest. And this is the protest. And this is the protest. And now look at this shit. But there's like barely like maybe 1,000 people are coming outside, and everyone is just looking at the guy who's being beaten on the ground by 4 policemen. What's happening to this country? I don't know. Does it deserve to live? I mean, it's up to you to decide. And of course, over here is what I'm going to show you right now is the most popular information, most looked up information in Russia right now. What to do and how to avoid being drafted. Now, let's see, for all of the people who doesn't want to die in Ukraine, who obviously don't want to go there. If people who were allegedly having some battle experience, right? So now people that are being sent have no battle experience. They have 2 weeks of being trained, like how to use a weapon and what to do, and then they're being sent right to Ukraine where they're gonna die. Of course they don't want to do that, right? They're not dumb. I mean, not all of them. They're not stupid. Не приходи сам. The first thing, which means don't go. So when you're being ordered to go to the army, you're basically receiving this piece of paper that tells you like, come to this place, to this address, we're going to register you, and then you're gonna go. Which is obvious. Don't go to that places. Very obvious. Избегай полицейских и военных. Avoid anyone who's military, basically. So policemen, police officers, spetsnaz, any military infrastructures that you're having, just try to avoid them because they're going to find you. And what Putin was saying over here,
Указ о частичной мобилизации подписан.
Partially mobilized. Yeah, that's not true. Everyone is getting mobilized. Like, I think they need like 1 million people there. Не живи по адресу, по которому состоишь на учете. Which means don't live where you're registered. So in your passport it says the address where the person lives. Don't live there, because people are going to come to you. They are going to find you, so live somewhere else. That's what they're basically saying. Не ходи на работу, which means don't go to work, because your employer is going to fuck you up. Because they're going to say, oh, so you're working here, you're 27 years old, you got to be drafted, go outside. Don't go outside. Exactly. Sit at home. As soon as you go outside, they're giving you the orders. Like you're driving the car, they're opening your window, they're like looking at you, and if you're under 60 years old, which is most of the population in Russia, I guess, they are going to give you this order. So don't go outside. Yes, thank you. Number 6, don't open the door. Exactly. We're at this point, we're like little kids. Don't open the door for strangers, especially if they're wearing the military form. And don't pick up the phone. Yeah, basically, even on the phone, they can do this to you. This one, собери медсправки, which means like have all of your medical records with you. It's quite helpful. You know why? Because, well, it's just not gonna help you. Well, oh, look at this. I had a back injury and now I cannot carry anything heavy. They don't fucking care. This is basically what they're doing. Симулируй болезнь, which means you have to malinger, basically. So, yeah, broken arm, broken leg. But still, you're gonna get drafted as soon as you're gonna get your leg back. There was the situation where people came to the sister of the guy that should be drafted, but the fact that was he died 2 years ago. How about that? Уезжай из России. Leave Russia. Yeah, basically. And they're putting down over here like, where can you go? Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Belarus, and Armenia. This is what's happening in Russia, and this is the information that they're having. For everyone who was still thinking like, they're not losing the war, they're having the anti-war protests, and finally they're coming outside and they're telling this. And I don't understand why Ukrainians are so mad still when people are going outside. One more time, they're going outside for themselves, not for us. And one more, I found it just very funny. When I was reading this, just look at this information. Thai Red Cross strongly recommends people not to sell their kidneys for a 14S iPhone. Do you really need someone to tell you you shouldn't sell your kidney for an iPhone? Do you really need someone? A Thai doctor has condemned circulating meme suggesting that 3 people pictured with bloodied bandages on their abdomens sold their kidneys to buy a new iPhone 14, sorry. I don't think this is actually true, but like, this just would be so much fun because, first of all, people are stupid and it's always fun. Second thing, it's not ironic. People are like, oh, you know what I did? And they're gonna brag about it, you know? I sold my kidney for an iPhone. And a couple of more things that I just wanted to show you. So this video is completely about discussing the news. It's something that I'm very interested in and something that I would like to discuss with you. So maybe we're going to do it on a stream. But yeah, as of right now, this is what I have for you. So let me know in the comments what you're interested in, and maybe we're going to review it later. This is not even a meme. This is reality. Peaceful and free Europe, Ukraine refugee refusing to surrender. We already know that Russia can't do shit with NATO if they can't do anything with Ukraine. But still, this is so true. And the fact that everyone is basically helping, America and Europe helping with the ammunition and having the tanks. No, not the tanks. It's like the HIMARSes, for example. That is highly appreciated, of course. So I created this meme and I don't know I should keep that or add something. Could you suggest anything to improve this change? Different armies in the world. USA, Ukraine, Russia. There's no army. It doesn't make me chuckle genuinely. Rare footage of a Russian reconnaissance units listen to the ground and searching for Ukrainian troops movement. That's funny. Build up our troops on the border for months and say it's an exercise. Launch a sudden invasion using our best troops and equipment. Spend months in Ukraine losing 34,000 troops and over 7,500 vehicles. Spend months in Ukraine losing 34... Now this one is good. This one's... It's all part of the plan. Yeah, I like it. They're still saying on their news, it's all part of the plan. Moskva... where it goes down, it's a part of the plan. And by the way, it hasn't been shot by Ukraine. It has been going down by some kind of a different reason. I don't actually remember it because that's bullshit. And every time it's just the same thing. Oh, right now. So we wanted to capture Kherson, but we're getting our troops back to the Donetsk because we don't want any more people to die there. Like so many people are dying because Ukrainians are fighting from the cities and they're covering themselves with the civilians. So we don't want to do that. So we're taking our troops back to Donetsk. How dumb is that? And who can believe that? You're taking the troops to Donetsk. You're not taking the troops. You're taking the trupe. You're taking the buddies, basically. My God. Military tradition. Grandfather, father, and son. That's not even funny. That's just true, because that's everything that they're doing. Equipment is old, not gonna lie. Aw, I could put that in my museum. For a free Ukraine and democratic Europe. Nice one. Okay, yeah. Just basically wanted to discuss the news with you, as you understood, and that was it. Thank you very much for watching this clip. It has been Lucky One over here. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you don't. Over here, you can watch more information on the news. Over here, you can watch the cringe compilation. Which one are you watching? Let me know. And it has been, as always, Lucky One. Bye!